With very little to do on a bank holiday when all the normal venues, like museums and cinemas, are still shut, it's been a day of walking around. I have spent most of today walking back and forth around the Old Town and North Salzburg. It's been really good fun listening to the radio as I meander in the sunshine. I popped in a tattoo studio to see about getting some artwork on my arm. A little more than I had expected, but his work is very good. Cannot get in for 6 weeks as he is fully booked. Which I suppose is a good sign. It was a very friendly atmosphere, with free energy drinks, just help yourself. It also had a quality I really enjoy, something you get in Europe. There were 9 people in the studio. Artists, a receptionist, and the customers. And with the 9 people, came 9 different nationalities, and 3 languages being spoken. With all the hate and suffering in the world at the moment, nothing makes me happier than seeing a group of people just having a laugh and a joke, and genuinely not giving a fuck about the color of your skin, where you were born, or what your first language is. You are judged just on if you have a smile on your face and are willing to join the fun. It's just cool to see Iraqis, Iranians, Turks, Syrians, Austrians, Germans, and the English just getting on as friends and neighbors, but more just treating each other as people. Tuesday. Sunny days are a problem for me. I know my relationship with drink and drugs is toxic. I know I shouldn't drink a drop. I know I can't be trusted to behave responsibly. All of which makes beautiful summer days really hard work. I want to partake in one of my favorite pastimes. Sitting in a beer garden all afternoon with friends. Laughing, joking, smiling, telling tall tales, eating, drinking and making merry. You know, like ordinary people. It's not so much the beer that I miss. I mean, I don't really drink beer, especially in pubs. It's a slow and expensive way to get drunk. And if you're an alcoholic, these are 2 big turn-offs. It's the social occasion, the laughter, the sunburn, the mischief, the chatting with strangers, the getting a kebab on the walk home, the headache the next day from drinking, and the bellyache the next day from laughing so hard. Some of my favorite memories are days that have started with a phone call at about 11 o'clock saying, "You fancy a pub lunch today?" This is the only thing I really miss about alcohol. On a completely different subject, I have set the wheels in motion for finding my next step after 90 house. There are 5 possibilities. There are the SVG, Solp, and 3 places run by ProMent. SVG and Solp are places that specialize in alcohol rehabilitation, which is undoubtedly a part of what I need. However, ProMent are places for people with mental illness. While I clearly have a problem with alcohol, for me it's a symptom, not the cause, of my illness. When I become unwell with my bipolar disorder, sometimes I self-medicate and or develop self-destructive behaviors. To put it in simple terms that anyone can understand, when the balance of my mind is disturbed, I act as if the balance of my mind is disturbed. Or even clearer, when my brain stops working properly, I behave like my brain has stopped working properly. Sadly, this is never going to go away. This is with me until death. One of the only problems with 90 house is boredom. Having no TV or internet in your room, and sharing the room, means that you are a bit at a loss of what to do in your free time. Even when we have nothing to do, we are not allowed to leave the site except for 30 minutes in the morning. Take now for example. I have 3 hours to kill. My choices are daytime TV, or radio through my mobile. I quite fancy a walk to the library, or to the ice cream stall, but they are off limits. Instead, I'm sitting in my bed looking at the world outside and typing my diary. The only other thing of note today is that I appear to have broken the middle finger on my right hand, and I have no idea how. I know that sounds stupid, but I've broken a lot of bones in my life, and it gives a very specific pain. The pain from a broken bone is unlike anything else, so I am sure it's broken. It's just I genuinely have no idea when or how it happened. It just generally aches and hurts if I try to take the lid off a jar. That's about all I can think of for today. Now I'm surrounded by mostly sane people, there is just not so much to write about. Still onwards and upwards.